My anaconda don't want none unless it got buns. So this is a giant extinct anaconda or boa constrictor. It's called Titanaboa. And it reminds me of those Anacondas movies. So it's like J-Lo and stuff like that. So reading Wikipedia, this snake was only discovered in the early 2000s and fully described in 2009 as Titanaboa ceratonesis. Jonesis? I don't know. Anyways, look at this diagram here. That's a human. Here are your modern day snakes. But look, this is Titanaboa. On a nice estimate, it's 12.8 meters. But possibly this thing could have been 14.3 meters long. And here's something at, I guess, the Smithsonian or something. I don't know. Of people, right? This is like just like out of that movie, right? This is no joke. Crazy. Lucky these things don't roam the planet. Okay, so this snake would have gone extinct somewhere in the middle to late Paleocene era. All right, that's all I care to learn. So this is wave 2 of these Beast Ton figures made by Kong Species Studio. There's some, you can zoom in there. Some Chinese text. I believe this possibly might be the artist TZ King. And then there's the giant ape, a giant elk or something. And I reviewed this as my very first one. This crazy turtle looking thing. There's some QR codes in the back, but I never really bothered going to any of these things. I'm a little skeptical of the tongue here. I hope it's a separate piece. I hope it's not broken. So we got this, it says number 15 here. So I don't know if there's 15 of these things or not. Because this is wave 2 and there's only 4 in a wave, so some other stuff hasn't been made yet. There it is. Like, it's kind of weird. They have like these strange robot insides. It's almost like a Westworld thing. So here's a little descriptive thing of all the other things, the 4 in this wave, and then you can try to go with those things, but when I tried, my phone says it's a dangerous app to try to download. Here's that same image on this credit card thing, and there's that QR code. Alright, let's get this stuff out of here. So there's some extra foam. This is like that dense, high quality packaging foam there. Some hot glue residue. So these are the covers for the robot insides. I guess I'll just take those out now. So I'll put the bags back. Okay, I gotta be really careful pulling this thing out. No, actually, the way they've designed it, I guess, well, the tongue is intact, but I kind of wish I had 2 and they were separate pieces. There's never anything under that foam. Oh, getting this out of the bag is very sketchy as well. I don't want to if I snag that tongue, it'll break. This is rigid plastic. It's not flexible PVC or anything like that. It's very heavy, solid chunk of resin. So I don't want to drop this, so I'm going to leave it near this table as much as possible. So we're going to start with the inside, I guess, on this one. So this inside greebly stuff here, it's all like clear coated in like this brownish paint or something to make it all oily looking. I don't know if it looks like rust. It looks more like grease and oil. There's a nice recess for the eye, but yeah, I usually like to put jewel beads in these things, but there's really nowhere to put jewel beads on this one, so I'll leave it as is. This is a magnet here. There's probably 2 magnets here, and there's a magnet there. So the inside of the actual thing here is the corresponding magnets to here on this one. So you can see the eye is just painted white. Look at the scales on this thing, pretty neat under this tight detail. They're purple, they're like this aqua blue or sky blue, and then there's black paint wash over it or something like that. There's some horns, there's some fading of purple here as well. So it's not just one color snake, right? It's got some overlapping scales, it looks like. Yeah, so let's pop that on there. Very strong magnetic force. And then you'll see here the scales again. Yeah, nice fading of this purple. Yeah, I almost feel like it could be a metallic paint. It's got a sheen to it. And then this has 2 magnets as well. So down in this little area, we have gears and, I don't know, conduits maybe, or other things as to how a robotic snake would work. And then there's also like this purple paint lining, but too much oily stuff or brown paint there, but it doesn't matter, it just vanishes. So you can still see the break, you know, knowing that it's there. Yeah, unfortunately the blue here, there wasn't enough of it, so it's an obvious break there. Same with the head, it's not as good as some of the other ones, but I think if you gave this to a stranger, it might take a while for them to realize that they have breaks in them. Alright, well, looking at the eyes here, it's looking upwards, and the tongue, as you can see, is curving off to the right. Split tongue there. I suppose these are nostrils right here, but these are going in quite a bit too. Not sure why. Yeah, no open mouth or anything like that. Man, that is really, really frail looking. It is so thin, it's thinner than this toothpick. So it's very scary. If you drop this, that is broken. Yeah, they should at least make that like rubber. But strange that it takes such risks on their product reputation by having such delicate parts. Alright, but you can see here the scaling, it's lighter color down here. I think it was painted black and then they dry brushed like this very light purple color over it. And you can see the shininess of this like a real snake would have. It's real. I still don't. I feel like there's like a photochromic possibly on this. Certain light it looks very shiny, and then down here it doesn't. Maybe there's some sort of metal flakes in the clear coat or something. It's got these horns up above the head. Let me back out the camera. There it is. So that's neat. And it's all coiling around itself, of course. And so you can see as it gets towards the end, the scales get progressively smaller here at the tail. Look how small the scales become. And yet it's still got this cool light blue spotting on it. So I guess that might be hand painted. Because these coils overlapping. And then look at this, another frail piece. It's like a little bit of a skeletonized snake here. It's so, oh my god, it's so delicate. It's crazy. So they painted this wooden base. It's not wood, it's plastic, but they painted it in a way that looks like wood grain, as if it was in a museum. See here? And this, I believe, is a piece of brass etched away with the text of the thing painted in black. So not much else sticking out there. A little bit of maybe rock material, but boy, that thing is just as delicate looking as the tongue. So on the bottom, I'm not sure why they do this. It just show more mechanical greeblies. I'd much rather have a fossilized skeleton like the dino rolls do. That would be much cooler to have. But maybe they're just getting lazy and decided this is a cheaper way to go. I assume all the ones in this wave might share the same base here. Alright, so, boy, definitely the most delicate one I have. Alright, I'm not sure if I'm going to get all of them on here, but here's that first one, the Mayolania. I'm probably not pronouncing any of these correctly, by the way. I don't research any of my videos. If you don't like it, don't watch. This is a woolly mammoth. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. So these little stickers you might notice, they're representing the wave. So this is like wave 3, letter B, this Titanus terror bird thing. This was from wave 2, letter D. This is from wave 1. Can't see the letter though. Alright, well, the woolly mammoth is definitely the tallest of them. The Titan bird is the smallest of them. But they're generally around kind of the same size, I would say. They're all mean-looking creatures. Be grateful they're not roaming the earth anymore. Until Jurassic Park kind of stuff occurs. Which I'm not going to rule out. Not going to rule that out from happening one day. Snakes freak me out. I've never had a pet snake. I've touched boa constrictors, you know, other people's boas and stuff. They're okay, but you know, I wouldn't want one of those things biting me and stuff. I got bit by a garter snake once, and the raspiness of its teeth was quite annoying. Okay, well, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next Ancient Beast Ton video. Bye now.